I'm in Florida, yes.
And Brett, I actually don't know if I know this, Brett. Through Joe Hudson's work, you were saying, Linda?
That's what
Yeah,
you said, but
Alton, we met at a old Kohack house like 5 years ago once.
Wow. Was it the same as Winslow's Koyak House? Okay.
I don't know,
Was
the one in Redwood
David,
City.
with David
There was like
Door
I
there
don't
at
know,
the
there was
time?
like a tea group or something there.
is
Crystal
this
was
the one
running a
that
tea group.
is this the one that Dora and Brie lived at?
Yeah,
That would be
but
the
they
same
weren't
one.
there for this. Yeah.
That would be the same house, yeah.
Well, something that was on top or alive earlier was Linda, you were sharing that there is some anger or aliveness for you around that. And uh, I'm also interested in just trying on more of the dojo frame versus last week was much more like reviewing the workshop that is now taking place in the home that Courtney and Allie were running. So this will be more of a flavor of that. Um, yeah, are there any particular frames that you guys want to arrive here for as well, Linda, now that we're in a more standardized context? And Brett, if there's any particular flavor that you're up for.
My first time in this group, so I'm just down to observe and see what happens and jump in wherever I see.
Right. What are you doing?
I'm sitting here waiting for you guys to do something of interest sometime, maybe, hopefully,
Why is your mug on your face? What's going on?
because I'm looking through the little lens of my face because the heat feels good against my sinuses.
Nice. Um, I'm here because I was feeling really stuck, and then I tried to release a bunch of anger, which kind of worked, kind of didn't, and then I don't know. The the last time I talked to Cray, I seemed to have a bunch of energy afterward. So I have shit to do, so I'm looking for some energy.
Jesus Christ. I have some shit. Well, the bathroom is probably down the hall. Remember toilet paper.
I'd like to practice being in the face of anger and not feeling like there's only one choice of like to shut down or to like try to stuff it away. Right. So basically having a dichotomous frame on it.
Do you want to
Especially
practice with your anger? I'd love to see you angry.
I'm also open to that. That was less immediately alive, but I'm also open to that. I noticed that anger, Kyle and I were doing an anger practice today where you would generate a situation where we were really frustrated by it in the past and then like try to relive that and then have someone stop us in the middle of it and to notice what that's like.
Where's Kyle? Why is he not on the call?
He's in the middle of shipping his car from Hawaii to the Bay.
Okay. Do you have access to anger?
I like to think so, and I want to like wield it thoughtfully.
Look at
And so
Grace. Look at Grace.
yeah, how would you answer that? Do you have access to anger, Gray?
Oh, Jesus Christ. How can you not have access to anger? It's part of being human. It's like joy, it's like happiness, it's like jealousy. It's like you may be a shitty actor and you have to go into some sort of mindset and tell yourself some sort of story or create some sort of memory so you feel it more, but it's there.
Mm. Well, it being there is different from having access to it. Some people have so many stories in the way that it's bad or wrong to express it.
Oh yeah, and Little Red Riding Hood says that you should always wear a cape. And why are you believing what Little Red Riding Hood is telling you?
I'm not saying I believe it. I'm saying there's plenty of other people that do.
And there are people who like to cut the heads off of small children. Yeah. What's your point?
My point is, I don't think that everyone has access to their anger and to expressing it.
Yeah. And where does that get you? It gets you into a conversation with somebody of, oh, do you have access? Do you not have access? Just say, no, you all have access. Bring it. Just take that stand.
Alton, let me see your anger.
I'm imagining what it would like be worth for, and then I can like generate it. So like what
Oh, shut up! Jesus Christ! Think, Alton, touch your nose. Well, I don't know which finger you want me to use. I don't know if it's a hand. I don't know whether it's a gentle touch or a soft touch. I don't know what part of my nose you're actually talking about. I'm not sure about what finger, what part of the finger you're actually, and on and on and on and on. Just do this.
Yeah, I think that my edge is like wielding it more skillfully. I currently
Ah!
experience anger like the Hulk, and it just
Did
like
she
breaks.
say? Did she say? What did she say?
I mean, she wanted to hear or see my anger.
There. Did she ask for the Holt or the neurosurgeon? No. She said, "Show me your anger."
I actually
Seems like
would
a
prefer it not skillful, Alton.
Yeah, I'd love the unskillful anger. Bring it.
I like can't even imagine it from you, so
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm open to it under that context. Sure.
now put some words on it.
Not very intelligent. Words on it.
Wah. Giraffe! Rhinoceros!
I really have to like be angry about something. This doesn't feel like. I'll generate a list of things to be angry about, and I could.
Oh, God.
yeah.
Are you telling me that you can't look at Linda or you can't look at Eric or you can't look at the knees on the bed or you can't look at Walker and you can't find something to be angry about? Really? Doesn't have to be authentic.
Yeah, there's not really there. I mean, it occurs to me it's more skillful to orient it towards like, yeah, some of these I'm like, oh, neglecting community does incite anger in me.
Why don't you just get pissed off at Linda's glasses just as a practice? Just get really, really angry about Linda's glasses or Brent's beard.
Ooh.
It's an acting class. It's an acting exercise.
And to put words to that.
I hate your glasses. They make you look stupid. They make you look like an owl. They make you look like a fish. They're too green. They're too purple. I can't see the depths of your soul through those thick glasses. I mean, there's 1,000 things you can say.
As an acting class exercise that I would be angry about.
Mm-hmm.
I really need to connect all these exercises to like terminal things, and I'm hearing this to practice more character suits. Well, okay, so my intention is to be more skillful in the face of anger, and that means like wielding it more skillfully. Is that where we're
No. Being more skillful in the face of anger is very different than being more skillful with your presentation of anger. You can't, Alton, you're at the wooden block stage of anger expression dancing with. Be okay with that.
right. I definitely feel okay with that, and I'm wanting to like connect it to something else. I just noticed that there's no motivation for me otherwise. In Frozen. Feel angry at shitty internet.
Why were you angry earlier, Linda?
Why was I angry earlier? White men and men that don't want to grow up. Kind of the use for me.
A
We
particular
lost.
white man?
Yeah, I'm kind of doing this project with someone, and yeah, there's some things that he's triggering for me. I have a lot of bad experiences working with white men. Yeah.
Sounds tender, and I'm wondering what would support. I notice my default is to like wiggle my finger in wounds, and I don't imagine that's what you want right now.
Wiggle your finger and what?
What I make up as a wound.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Like poking you? Like, why do you keep working with white men if you know they make you angry?
Yeah, I mean, partly I'm angry at myself. I'm like, why do I keep collaborating with people? It's the same like pattern. And yeah, I don't know. Feels kind of different, but what happened to Cray?
He was fed up of not having maybe coachable. No response on that.
His connection is fucked up.
That'd be my guess by default.
Mm.
Very sent him a link, but what would Cray say or do here?
Yeah, I mean, I noticed feeling like some curiosity and some desire to prod a little bit more, but I don't know if that's really something that you're wanting.
Yeah, personally, I had a desire to bring Winslow in to interface with you around this particular dynamic, but is that something of it? Okay, so, all right.
I was kind of, I don't want to be processing.
All right, appreciate that. See you, Winslow.
Yeah, I also don't want to be processing. For me, it's like, I don't know. It's not like the content is not interesting for me to engage with. Um, I'd get primal with someone physically, but I don't know. Did it with myself. Tried.
They might get hurt.
Getting hurt is always a possibility.
I love that you answered my question on, like, I posted on my birthday around how, in what ways you felt hurt. And it was really painful for me to hear that you had not been very hurt by me.
Mm. I think I gave up on you too quickly, or like too soon to be hurt by you. There's not, there's nothing at stake. Like there's very little at stake, in my opinion.
Mhm. Yeah, it was very painful.
You want to try hurting me? I mean, is that like a gauge for you of like intimacy? But what's painful about it?
Yeah, I make it mean that we have different love languages, or that you don't let yourself feel in the same ways that I do, then we may never connect that way. In the same way, I don't trust my love for someone until I can trust how much I've been hurt by them, or my hatred for them and their capacity to be with my hatred for them. If they can't hurt me, then they're probably very weak.
You're really strong.
That's my listening of anybody. And I was wondering where you were earlier, and here we are. I make that mean you did the thing. Do you have any interest in practicing dancing with some of the practice that you mentioned this morning around being with anger? Okay.
Who are you talking to?
God. In his many forms.
Can't
Hey,
see.
Linda. Hey, Brett.
Oh, Kyle.
Hey.
Hi.
Oh, what's that?
Great.
Hi.
Oh. Well, I welcome you out there. Yeah, Linda, I make up that by default you would have a much more like numb life, or one that's like emotionally more desolate in my lens, where I wouldn't be able to connect with you if you had yet to be hurt by me, given the historical interactions we've had. And so that was what was painful for me, both in realizing that in the past as well as like potentially in the future, or that you were numb to how much you were historically impacted. And that was something I was hungry for.
You were hungry for her numbness?
To be impacted and to impact her.
Oh.
Or to know that.
Yes, you need to be more skillful.
Yeah, and that's what I'm here for. That's why I have these calls, like to learn.
Yeah, but she's asking you to practice doing something and you say no.
Like I did it right away. Or well, one question afterwards.
I don't know why I'm laughing so much. Alton, you're like very childlike. It's adorable.
That should make you furious.
I don't know, in this moment it doesn't for some reason. It just is. I'm not sure. It's weird.
No. In my world, you're using a coping mechanism because you're not allowed to get angry or furious with men. And so you do the polite Asian thing and you laugh and smile and look down. Alton does this all the time.
I'm interested in finding other ways, and I've yet to see what benefits they would confer.
Benefits what would concur?
Alternative expressions of anger. They look like low status and unskillful from my monoculture.
Yes, because you're not used to dancing with them in a higher level. Can you imagine dancing with Linda and she was really angry and she was fiery and she was, whatever, and you were able to dance with that to where she didn't have to tap out, so she didn't have to be happy, that she could be who she was being in that moment, that she could dance with you with that fire? I think you might find that kind of interesting.
Yeah, I've yet to experience that actually, right? And so I'm open to seeing that, and I have never seen it modeled. I don't know if I can make it totally about Linda, but that's my default character suit, because similarly, if we have difficulty expressing it, we won't be able to be with it either, is my story.
Ask Walker to loan you Clow for a couple days.
But I've enjoyed Cloud's like fieriness for sure, and I also guess it's, how is it related to Linda? Or I don't.
Well, you may not be able to dance with Linda if she's too threatening or she's too like your mommy or your doggy or something. And so you go practice with somebody that's more able to. If you can dance better with Cloud, get better at dancing with Cloud, then revisit Linda. See if you can bring some of the skill sets that you learned when you were dancing with Cloud to Linda.
Is this a person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Walker's betrothed. She does not have the oh, I shouldn't express my anger or rage, or I shouldn't not be reactive from what I hear.
Hmm. I'm bored.
Yeah, imagine that.
Ray, I would like you to help me design an exercise. Two things that have come up for me in the past week are I went into a freeze response the other night in response to what I have is like an inner child feeling left out kind of thing. And yeah, I don't like that I wasn't able to dance with that and talk about that in that moment.
Two things: you out the child, you cooed, no own out dance. You own what you know what's happening, you own what's happening as full bodied as you can, you out it. You say, this is actually happening for me. Don't use Linda and Alton as examples of how they tell everybody what's happening with them. And then you got to dance with it. And if you first 3 times, you're going to have to dance with inner child nonsense. And then after you prove that you can do the inner child thing as big as it can be, and you'll handle the mess if there is any, your head won't explode. Then you say, okay, what do I want to do as an adult in this circumstance? Not what does Alton's adult want to do, but what does your adult want to do? The reactions don't disappear. They just they appear to get smaller as you develop more muscle. So you just put yourself in that situation again. Going into it, you're stepping out on the court and you have a shitty backhand and you're asking the person to serve to your backhand. And you're trying to get better at returning a serve with your backhand. Going into it that the ball is coming to your backhand. You know that you're going into a situation, and theoretically, you're going to get closer and closer to being triggered. And so you have to figure out what it is that you want to do in the face of that trigger. First 3 times, you just let the reaction out. You just out the reaction.
Yeah, and I guess same thing for similar situation, but feeling like I guess it's shame or the story that someone else thinks that I'm bad. Just learning to be okay with that, to dance with that.
You don't have to dance with it. Shame is coming up because you have a childhood interpretation of what's happening. Is there something really going on that your adult thinks you should feel shame about? Probably not.
No.
You need to let the little bigot, the little racist, the little homophobe, the little shame-filled critter be able to say things to you, and you say, okay, I hear you, and you get to do something different. Just because you're feeling it doesn't mean that it has to appear on, for everybody else. They're just emotions. It's just data. It's historical data. Just because they're your feelings doesn't make them somehow big and important. They're just feelings.
Yeah. Thank you.
If you're bored, Linda, make something happen. Stop
I feel like
being at the effect.
I feel like I always have to make something happen. Just trying something
No,
different.
just sit back. Oh, yeah. Do something different. Sit back and be bored. Fine. Right? I'm
I
here
feel
for
like
2 hours.
every time I get on some call or go to some circling or whatever, I'm the one who does something. So I'm trying something different.
Well, yeah, you could take a hammer and hit your hand with it. That would be something different. Do something different with an intention of making something happen that you want to have happen. Don't do the adolescent masculine thing of like, oh, look, I'm doing something different. Look at me. Aren't I special? I'm doing something different. Do it with some intention.
Give me an example.
What is it that you want out of
I
all
want
the
I want something experiential. I want someone to have some type of interaction. Alton,
slap
Walter,
yourself?
Brett, something.
Slap
No,
yourself. Why not? You said you wanted something experiential.
I want a relational, experiential
You're
experience.
having it right now.
That's true. I want something that a back and forth that goes on for a little bit between
That's
two
what we're doing
people.
right now. We're doing that. Now you're gonna say something, and then I'm gonna say something, and you're gonna say something. You're
I
getting what you
understand.
want.
Okay.
This is the vagary of protecting yourself by being vague. I would bet you if I put a gun to your mother's head and you liked your mother and didn't want her dead, and I said, out what that is, you'd out it. But because you don't have any big coin on the table, you're going to sit there and pretend that there's nothing going on with you. That you don't know what it is that you want to bring out. You don't know how you want to dance. You don't know how that big bite of flesh is going to taste in your mouth. Yeah, you're a carnivore. In this minute, my interpretation of you is that you're a carnivore who wants to take a bite out of something and be bitten in return. Yeah, that. But you're just going to refuse to own it because it would traumatize your primal character. Ooh. What are you
Uh,
feeling right now, Linda? What are you feeling in your belly? What are you feeling in your pelvis? What are you feeling in your throat? You liking the show, Brett?
Yeah, I'm enjoying this.
I'm
this
probably too old and too white for you, Linda. But what would happen if Brett was there and he put a hand around your throat and pulled you up from your sitting position and pushed you up against the wall? That's all he did. And you're sitting there up against the wall with his hand around your throat. What would you do? What would you feel?
someone did something like that to me recently. I felt a
I'm
lot of
asking you how you would
aliveness.
feel if, yes, if Brett did it.
That
This
would
is
be
me with my hand around your throat right now. Answer the fucking question. Brett, now, what would
likely it
you
would be
feel?
exciting. Probably would be
Good,
exciting.
good. Now, you could have done all this. I didn't have to do all the work. You could have done this. You know how to do this. But you just love it when somebody else can put you up against the wall with their hand around your throat. And you so love to have the answers dragged out of you. It's okay. It's a lot of people like it. Brett would love it. He doesn't know anybody who has enough skill or enough strength to be able to do it to him. He keeps hiding, he keeps dodging, he keeps making himself beautiful, and they buy into that. And they dance with his niceness and what all that other bullshit crap. He keeps testing them and they keep failing. There's Alton practicing dancing with anger.
I don't know what the alternative is here.
Be angry. Say something angry. You said you wanted to practice. Cray, stop beating up Linda. Brett, stop. God damn it. I'm so sick and tired of people showing up here and sitting on their fat asses and just looking in on smiling. You can try that.
Hmm.
Go watch a bunch of videos of people being angry and copy down what they say and try to use it.
I'm gonna go practice piano. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you,
Oh,
Craig.
yay.
Hi, Walker. Alton, what does it mean when you like squint your eyes or like they flutter?
I'm probably dismissing somebody and diminishing my listening.
Be angry. Shut the fuck up, Linda. Who the fuck cares what my eyes are doing? What kind of ridiculous bullshit is that? It's just anger. You're just practicing. Anything she does, just be angry about it. Yeah, look at her leaning forward and the possibility that, yeah, Brett is going, geez, I better learn a couple of these tricks. Because I've danced with Linda and she's never looked like that.
That's not true. She doesn't look like that.
Yay. Now he's defending himself.
Hmm. Yeah, we're getting juicy now.
One person is. Now what are you going to do? Alton's going to continue practicing being angry. I'm going to continue practicing being this character. Brett's going to continue laughing and having a good time. And Linda's going to continue to sizzle on the low burn.
Is it within format here to like look into you at all? Like
You
if
can
I
do
were to
whatever
ask
you want.
you,
And I'm
Oh,
just-
absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. So I'm curious what's behind like the kind of being sort of annoyed at everybody act.
I'm bored.
Mhm.
I'm bored. You guys are supposedly some of the brightest people on the planet. You can't get friction going at all. So I'm like, you know what? I don't want to sit here for 2 fucking hours and be bored out of my skull. I could sing you a
do-
Kumbaya song.
What has you do it?
You do it every week with Alton.
He has me under fucking contract. That's why. If I could get out of this, I would.
Hmm. Hmm.
Alton,
What
I
has
think
you
it's
do
your
things you
fault.
don't want to do?
Because I'm under contract. It's a matter of honor.
How'd you get yourself into a contract that sucks for you?
He asked me.
Oh.
I don't have to understand the way the world works. I follow my sense of what it is to be me.
Why don't you just do something different, Cray, and be like your soft baby self? I've seen it before.
Why would I want to do that?
Just because something different will happen.
Go goo goo gaga. Yeah.
No, not that. Not
Oh.
that. Tell Alton you love him because I think you do love him.
I don't.
Don't. Yes, you do.
But now she's telling me about my emotional reality. Great.
Alton, look at Cray and tell him how much you appreciate him. Tell him why you introduced everyone in your life to him. Do it.
You know how many I know this story, Linda. Why do I
Cray,
care?
be quiet. Be quiet. Alton, do it with sincerity.
That Cray would take that as an insult. He knows
Doesn't
that
matter.
the
So what?
I get
He
that
definitely
would.
doesn't care about those here.
Alton, you know so many fucking people. Why do you introduce everyone to Cray?
What does it matter? Why do you care what his answer is? He's going to cherry pick some bullshit answer. He's going to
Alton, do
make
it
it
from the
about the
heart.
world. Oh,
Don't fuck
God.
around, Alton. Do it from the heart.
Hmm.
I know what's possible. This whole home is filled with people who've been practicing dojo work. And it's been incredible seeing how many millions have
No,
been raised from this and how
no,
many people
stop.
quote relationships.
I want to hear
Linda,
his. I want to hear his
make
direct
him
impact
talk
on you.
about you.
I want to hear his
Hmm.
impact on you. I don't want to hear about other people.
Linda, make him talk about you.
What about me?
I don't
Alton,
know.
talk about me.
I feel afraid that Linda's going to live a very lonely and numb and dull life without more cray and experiences in dojo together. And that you're going to have a completely unworkable life. And that's horrifying for me to imagine that someone I care about is going to get only worse and more calcified as time goes on. I don't want to have that be the default future. So I have her show up here and insult me to my face in front of hundreds of people that I have in my community because I love her. And I see what's
How's that,
possible.
Linda?
It's okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I just want to rip off my headphones and throw them out the window.
I don't actually feel like I've been insulting you, Alton.
That's his opinion. It doesn't matter what you think is going on. He feels insulted. Don't you circle? You can't deny somebody's interior experience.
Well, I'm just saying if he wants to be insulted, or I could actually insult him.
He's telling you, I feel insulted.
Fine.
He's not saying I want more, I want less. He's just telling you what his
But it's
interior
just
experience is. And now
Alton
you're
has
going to
this Alton has this fucking tone that I just can't take his words like
you
as
could.
truth.
You could. If you weren't
I'm
such a
trying.
bigot, you could.
I'm-
No, don't try. Don't try. Just do it.
There's no
Don't
like
listen to your
tonality in
bigotry.
what he's
It doesn't
saying.
matter. He is neuro whatever it is, okay? Divergent.
Yeah,
Okay?
so am I. Okay.
Then let his words be as truthful as he can and just let them
Fine.
land.
Okay. I still am interested in Alton sharing something about you
Why?
because you have more of a relationship. It's more
Okay,
interesting.
and so what? Why do you care that I rescued him from the Tibetan monks when he was a little child and I put him in my backpack and I trudged over the mountaintops and took him into China and gave him to the people that he thinks are his parents? La 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 la. Why do you care about the story? It's just a story, Linda.
How did you two find each other?
Okay,
Actually.
Cupid.
Alton. Tell
Why
me.
do you care? What difference does it make?
I don't know. I just want to.
Gee, you're asking questions that you don't know why you're asking them. Gee, there we go.
I want to feel something between the two of you. And
You can't see?
you're in your thing where you're like blah blah blah, it doesn't matter, Linda. And then Alton's just kind of like in his monotone
Brett,
way, just
do you see
saying
what's
something,
between
something.
me and Alton? Can
Do
you
I see what's
feel
between you two?
can you feel a tonality? Can you feel a spice? I'm not asking you for facts and figures. I just want you to look at him. I've been coming to this thing once a week for 4 years because he asked me to.
Yeah.
Okay? I
Yeah,
don't
I feel like a
it.
feigned
Okay, stop it.
I feel
Stop
like a
it.
feigned condescension from you, but also
Don't-
like a sweetness that's like
Don't label it.
uh-huh.
That's your
What,
prejudice.
what did you ask me to do?
I just said, can you sense something that's between us
Sense.
that's more than just people sitting here? It's a yes or no question. Yes, you can.
Yes.
There it is, Linda. He can do it. You can do it too.
But how come you won't use words for what I'm looking for, but then you use all your dojo speak or whatever, and I have to listen to it?
Because I'm bigger than you are. I'm older than you are because you don't have anything that's worth anything. I don't know. You don't. Tell me to shut the fuck up. I don't care. I'm not interacting with you and having that smile on my face, Linda. I'm not interacting with you and having those experiences in your body. Okay? You're interacting with me and those things are happening to you and you like them. You might be a little bit confused about them. You may not understand why they're happening, but there's something happening within your awareness that you're like, there's something different going on here. I don't know what it is. And I think I like it. And you, being Linda, are going to try to find your way to be upright and in control and knowing what's going on and having the right labels and the right formulas and the right ways to do these things. You could just relax and enjoy yourself and not have to
Okay.
understand it.
All right. Thanks for the dojo, guys. I gotta go.
Have fun.
Hi, Brett.
Let's see if you can amplify it. See if you can move. See if you can say something. See if you can breathe or wiggle your ears or something, such that the feeling that gets intensified. I don't think it's going to get intensified if you look at Alton and ask him to label things. I think that the intensification is going to come from you revealing things about Linda that Linda doesn't want to out.
Hmm.
It's just a hypothesis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're lucky. You're saved by distraction. Yay.
Who is that? Is that Kyle?
That's Kyle. Yes, that's Kyle.
I wanted Kyle and Brett to talk. That would be kind of fun.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I was surprised at how quickly Brett left.
No,
I think
no.
he had to do
Say it.
something.
Say it with anger.
I'm pissed that Brett was so weak that he left early.
Right. There you go. You started. Everything that you say for a day, just have it be bathed in anger. Let everybody else know what you're doing.
I'm down for that.
Say it with anger.
I'm down for that, Alton.
Feel pissed. People
Oh,
are
not.
already writing this on Slack currently.
You want to have an anger day this week?
That sounds fucking great. I feel angry we didn't do it last week.
Jesus.
Oh God. Oh God.
So they're playing with blocks. It's okay. At least they're engaging with the blocks of anger.
Okay.
What would be your blocks, Linda?
Like an anger hour. I mean, I just okay.
Fine, we can start with an hour.
We're stretching.
What are your blocks, Linda? For them, anger is they don't have a lot of vocabulary around it. They don't have a lot of skill sets. They don't have a lot of different cultural expressions of it.
I don't
I
really
would-
talk about it. It's just when it's like coursing through my body, I
I'm not saying it's anger. I'm saying there's something else. Most humans
Oh,
have something
what are my
that,
blocks?
yeah. What are the things that you don't have a lot of skill sets about, that you don't have a lot of vocabulary?
Hmm. I don't think I'm that skilled at words, to be honest.
Right? Practice being wordy.
I don't know. It's I don't really like it.
What do you like?
When
What do you
something
want? Mhm.
when something that feels true happens. I really like that.
And then why do you lie so much?
Mm, probably adjusting or coping on some level. With
But if you really like it when the true thing happened, I would think that's why you like it when people drag things out of you.
I think it's just like disappointing if you're kind of constantly wanting to be there or being met there or whatever, and it's just the reality is
Point is to be true because it entertains you. And maybe it gets you something you want, maybe it doesn't. But yeah, right there, you being willing to be truthful because that feels good to you, because it amuses you. Don't do it with everybody. But when you can find the people who you think can handle your truth, let it hang out. Watch them fry. Watch them turn into total incompetent, blithering idiots. It's better than that pablum you give them and they respond to, in my world. I would be pissed off if you gave me bland.
I also don't have a lot of experience doing this type of thing on Zoom. Um,
Practice. You'll get better at it.
I don't know what it's for though. I prefer not to be on Zoom very much.
Your personal enjoyment. That's it. Unless you think that one of these three people here is going to hand you some sort of winning lotto ticket, I don't think it's going to happen. The best you can get out of this situation here is to hang up on the Zoom call and say, wow, I had a good time.
Hmm. Yeah.
Or you can watch the ceiling paint dry. Got a whole nother hour of this. I'm going to kill myself.
Hmm.
How can I point out when I experienced Linda as lying to herself?
Why would you want to do that?
It hurts me.
And it hurt. Jesus, do you know the kind of pain I've been in every week for the last fucking 3 years? What good does it do?
I make up that they would be to the impact of their lies they tell themselves too.
I mean, it's most people don't think that lying is really a good thing. So if you want them to change, you're going to have to be a little bit more skillful in saying you're lying, you're lying, you're
But I'm
lying.
asking, that's exactly why I'm asking you.
The best thing I can suggest, Alton, is that wherever you think they are, meet them there.
Well, that looks like lying to them as well, or being complicit in their lies to me.
Then you're saying I'm doing the best I can to meet you where you're at. If Linda says I'm Caucasian, then you go, oh, really? That's an interesting point of view, you being Caucasian. And you meet her there. And you say, what does Caucasian mean to you? What does Asian mean to you? Or what does la 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 la? You know, the
Right.
world isn't going to get better because we have a bunch of spoiled little narcissistic brats running around slapping everybody with the truth carp. You're lying. You're an asshole. You're a bitch. You're a bastard. You know, it's just opinions. How do you dance her? Don't hit her with data.
Right.
Dance her. If you see that you see that she's lying, if you're practicing anger, then call her a fucking lying bitch. You know, if you want to try something else, then try something else. You guys aren't going to get anywhere hitting each other with facts. It's how you dance with each other. That's what they're going to remember. When Linda gets off this call, she's going to remember how she felt. She's going to go, what was that about? I think you guys are lying to yourselves about 99% of the stuff that you talk about. Me pointing that out is an endless road. It's not going anywhere.
Mhm.
So for instance, how do I dance with Linda in such a way that something other than that thing that shows up on the beginning of the call shows up? Look at her now. She's supple. She's thinking. You can see the currents moving in her. She's not pointing things out. It looks like she's trying to taste things inside herself.
Yeah.
You know, if anybody had access to her in a playing a violin kind of way, she would be making some incredible sounds now. But she doesn't know how to do that. She doesn't have her primal character has people around her who don't know how to play her, how to dance with her, how to make things more important than her coping skills. She's developed an insanely talented frontal, intellect as a coping skill. Not saying she should, get a lobotomy or something. Show her that there are things that can be more important for moments than how she analyzes something. And it's hard because when you try to get her over there, it's scary to her. She's going to jump back into her mind. Don't shame her. Don't punish her. Just say, hey, I noticed that you're back up into your mind again. That's okay, but God, I prefer dancing with you when you're not. Just a personal preference. I'm kind of slow on delivery sometimes, Linda, but you're getting the teddy bear you wanted.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I just can't buckle too soon. It's bad for the image.
Mhm.
Sound familiar? She's either going to go more beautiful or she's going to go intellectual.
I didn't hear what you said.
You're either going to go more beautiful or you're going to go more intellectual, I think.
Mm. I don't know.
You went with more beautiful. Hmm.
You take notes. Mhm.
Oh man, that is gorgeous. Neil Gaiman did a series of graphic novels, Sandman, and he has an intro to the Sandman. And one of them is about desire. And Linda, you just demonstrated a forest fire of desire. Gorgeous. That is some serious goddamn longing. It doesn't look like you're angry about it. It looks like you're wailing about it, keening. I wish you guys could hear how sensitive she is right now. I wish you guys had the taste buds. It's like you're longing to be touched in a safe way that sets you on fire, Linda. Safe, knowledgeable touch that allows you to burn. Just breathe, Linda. Just breathe. Feel the impact. Look inside. Just take a chance. Listen to the words and let them be real for you in the moment. It's just an acting class, it's an acting exercise. What would happen to Linda if she stepped into the place that she's longing for a knowledgeable, safe touch that would allow her, coax her into flames?
It's hard to actually like really go into that longing.
Well, in my world, it's hard to go into because bad things happened when you did before. It looks like you were disappointed and hurt.
Hmm. I think I was also made wrong for it. So that.
Yep. There are no virtuosos out there, Linda. You're going to have to educate them. I'm sorry.
What?
One who said let's have some fun tonight. Hi. Hey. Do you want to say
You're
hi?
not muted. You're not muted. Can you mute her?
She's coming to say hi. Get off your bonkers and have fun. This is Cray. Hello. I'm normal, I promise.
No, you're not.
I'm bleeding. Oh. This is what happens when you live with Linda. You go bonkers. I love this one. But anyways, you guys should tell Linda should come dancing tonight because processing and learning about ourselves is important, but also so is shaking.
Why wouldn't she just want to take you and get shooken?
That is the question.
Why would she want to go out when you're right there?
This is Alton and Kyle. Hi. What are you guys doing? What is everyone doing?
Why are you hiding from her?
Who, me?
Yeah,
Why am I hiding from her?
yeah.
Am I hiding from her?
It looks like you are. It looks like you're pretending to be a little puckish fairy when you have large amounts of fire burning.
Yeah, there's a lot of fire there.
Then why don't you sit down and burn together? Stop being ridiculously puckish.
Wow. She's the most fluid person on this call.
Well, yeah, but she's hiding. She's hiding in her, I don't know what other word to say, her puckishness. If you know Shakespeare.
Yeah, there's definitely some hiding there. I'm embracing my bigness.
That's not being big. You're being goofy.
Yeah.
You're being high pitched.
Ah,
All right. You're being high pitched to stay away from your low pitch. You're afraid of the bass.
what's the base?
Vulnerability, sensuality, sexuality, slowness.
Uh, ah,
Yeah, that what she's doing right now. Can you dance with that without being an imp?
ah. Well, I can, and in this moment, I'm choosing not to.
Okay, fine.
I'm stepping away from this conversation. Toodaloo!
Toodaloo, puck.
Bye. We met at Shamanic the Armory. I'm
So what?
just giving a little context to.
Doesn't mean shit to me.
We met masturbating in a room with people. And
It doesn't matter if Puck is masturbating. It means nothing.
she wasn't being like that.
Good.
Yeah, I don't know. She is hiding from something for sure. It's okay. She's probably scared.
Yeah. Scared of?
Probably scared of
You saying yes.
Sure. The intimacy is a lot for her. It does scare her.
Yeah, buy that story. Yeah, Alton has trouble with emotions. He doesn't really have to. Buy that story.
I don't know. She gets angry. And
Yeah. So what?
I heard it as the cry for help.
the puckish thing?
She gets angry and I don't know what to do. I feel hopeless and helpless. Please help. Find another way to dance with her.
Mm. I try sometimes. When I
Yeah, you trying. That's what we want. Yay. I bet you most of your tryings end in failures.
But they get good consolation prizes. That's why they're handed out so easily.
See, that's him being angry without any signifiers that any of us recognize. That is Alton seething with rage.
Someone just texted me, how did you get wrapped up in cray? I just said, haha. I'm just trying it.
Try not lying about it.
What?
Try not lying about it. Answer the question as truthfully as you can. You said you liked truth.
Not that much.
Was that more anger? That seemed like real anger.
Yeah. It is easy to be angry at, and her anger is also easy to be angry at.
Answer the person's question truthfully, Linda. You don't have to say anything here. If you think they can handle it, tell them the truth as best as you can. Practice.
Okay. Mm. 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 Mm.
As truthfully as you can, Linda. It's the only measurement. If you think they can handle it. That looks really good on you.
She's back.
My heart feels contracted.
Her heart feels contracted.
What's she gonna do about it?
What are you gonna
Right
do?
now.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Beating fast.
It's beating fast.
What would you want to do with the thing other than the reaction? It's contracted theoretically. This is this Cray being theoretical. The contraction is because of what happened to you when you were a child. It's seeing a trauma trigger in front of it, and it's trying to protect you. If you can step into your adult and look at the same stimulus, you could interpret it differently. How would you want to interpret the stimulus not from your inner child, not from your history?
Taking a moment to reflect on the question.
Would you like to sit with me? Okay.
It's good. Pucks don't have constrictions that they talk about.
He said it's good pucks don't have restriction or
That
constriction.
they talk about.
I think he's saying you're not a puck in this moment.
What's the puck?
I don't know.
Theoretically. Shakespeare. It's a Midsummer's Night Dream. Ask ChatGPT about it.
Is Puck like a small boy or something?
It's a small masculine fairy that likes causing trouble, that really doesn't have a set of gonads or a good seat on the earth. Very pixie-like.
Okay, so the question is,
Ooh,
in this
man.
situation of my heart feeling constricted and my heart beating quickly, what would my non-wounded self want to do?
Yeah, how does your non-wounded self interpret the stimulus?
How does
If
my
it's
how does my non-wounded self interpret the stimulus?
yep,
I suppose the non-wounded self may say, "Ooh, there might be an opportunity to grow here," or there might be a truth here," or this might be an opportunity to learn something about myself.
how about this might be an opportunity for me to feel something that isn't wrapped in historical trauma.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. That was a good, yeah. That was
Can you say more about the how can I feel this from it not being a inner wounded self? Is this the self simply observing the
no, you're trying to make up a story. I don't know what the stimulus is, but your wounded self is interpreting the stimulus as dangerous, therefore it constricts your heart, therefore because it knows that when it constricts your heart, you usually do XYZ PDQ. And so you're going to look at the stimulus and you're going to go, I understand why you, little girl, are interpreting this stimulus as being a threat. But I am not you. I am an adult. I don't have the same orientation that you do towards stimuli. And I'm going to look at the stimulus that you are doing your thing about, and I'm going to interpret it in a different way. For instance, I'm going to look at it as an invitation into feeling something that my constriction is trying to hide from me. And you ask the part of you that's making your heart feel constricted, would you please step out of the way just for 5 seconds so I can see what you're protecting me from? And it's going to be some childhood traumatic event. And you're going to look at it and you're going to say, oh. But just because I love somebody a lot doesn't mean that they're going to necessarily hurt me. And as an adult, I'm okay with loving somebody deeply and fully, even if it means it doesn't go so well, because I'll handle it. I love dancing in love as an adult. There are good times, there are bad times. But that woman sitting on the floor right there, I am not going to hide from myself that I love her anymore.
Is there a suspicion that I'm hiding that I love her?
I think that you're hiding the quality of the love. I don't think that your love for Linda is about a puckish love, a light, airy, fairy, ungrounded love. I think you have a great bass note with her. And that for you, given that you do puck, bass notes aren't common, I don't think. And so for you to actually lean into a bass note dance with Linda, one that doesn't have a lot of piccolo in it and a lot of brightness and a lot of dancing around, flitting from flower to flower, actually being the ocean, the bass note of it. Look at how she's looking at you.
Yeah, I'm curious what's coming up for you, Linda.
No, don't do it. Don't do it, Puck. Don't do it.
Like there's like deep value to what it is that you're saying, and I'm struggling to connect with the language that you're using.
Put your hand, turn the camera off, sit down next to her, and say, can we dance with this? We don't know how to do this. This is strange to both of us. But can we do this slowly and gently? Very slowly and very gently.
Yeah.
We don't have to do anything, but let's at least start the dance.
Yeah, I feel like the slowly and gently is something we could use in our relationship.
Then fine, get up, tell her to turn off the freaking Zoom call and get to work.
I would love to share slow and gentle with you, and I've made a commitment that I need to be to at 6 p.m. So
Puck,
yeah.
can I say something?
Did you say Puck? Can I say something?
Puck. I don't know your name, so I'm calling you Puck.
Okay.
Her name is Demi Sexual.
Yeah, I'm struggling to relate to that term, to be honest.
Never mind. So cover up the camera, bend down, kiss her lightly on the lips, and tell her in a very soft and gentle voice, I'll get back to you on this. And then walk away without looking back. It's a dance move. That's all it is.
Now you're talking my language.
She's a Zouk dancer.
Well, it's just a dance move. It's just a pirouette. You want to leave Linda with a taste on her lips of something potentially very exciting that is going to give her an opportunity to speak truth about a lot of things that she hasn't to this point. I don't care.
Okay.
Good going.
I like that.
Ooh. Stop it, you two. God dang it, the audio's still on. Jesus Christ. Break it up. Go to your corners. Break. Jesus.
This is simultaneously scary and important.
That is so goddamn beautiful.
Yeah, I'd like to touch back on this.
Walk away, stand up, turn around, don't look back, and go take care of business. It's a dance move.
And so a pirouette.
Yes.
She looks back once.
How's the truth of that for you, Linda?
Yeah. I think
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't think about it. Don't talk about it.
I mean
Don't think it.
the pain is that that type of moment could be more common than not. But
It
no,
could be happening all the fucking time, Linda.
I know. Um,
They're not going to do it. You have to teach them.
I don't want to teach people anymore.
Then fine. Go through your nice little Sahara desert of a life. What would have happened if I had your attitude?
But why do I have to teach people? Why can't I just be with people who are
You can, but they're not going to dance the way you want them to. You think Puck was going to do any of that if I had coached her into it?
sometimes?
Sometimes. That's why people buy lotto tickets, right? Sometimes somebody wins. I don't care. Do what you want.
She seems to be interested in getting on a call with you in the future.
Talk is cheap. I'm on vacation. I don't need to talk to anybody else.
Mhm.
Ah, right there. What's that? What is that, Linda?
I don't know. I really love her.
Oh, can you say it in a non-Puck way? Can you say it from your pelvis down deep?
I really love her.
That looks really good on you. That looks really good on you. Your love for her doesn't need your brain. Congratulations, Linda. You actually have some place, you have a good gym, a good place to get stronger. It could happen all the time, Linda. It could happen with Alton all the time. It could happen with Kyle all the time.
I'm skeptical, but
Yeah, of course you are. You've been hurt a lot. I'm not saying it's going to happen all the time, but you can certainly be the thing such that people are leaving and they come back and kiss you gently and say, I'm looking forward to the next time we meet.
a lot of people do that to me.
What's missing?
Hmm.
When Puck said it, it seemed to resonate with you in a way that it was important for you too. I imagine what a lot of other people find important is not important to you.
Well, she really meant it, and she was really in her body.
Yeah, but she's not saying let's get together and balance our checkbooks. The resonance of that. She's not saying that she's going to do anything. You don't know whether she's going to bake a cake or have ice cream or whatever, but you know that she's going to do it from that place.
Mhm.
You're never going to get that from Alton. You'll never get that from Kyle. That deep bass that she was doing. Are they capable of it? Yes. Theoretically. But if you watch how they're angry, they have a coping skill which makes them jump into like cartoony land. And that's one of the things that most of the feminines find the most painful. Is that you're trying to get 3 and 4D and they're trying to go 2D. They're trying to become cartoons in the face of your 3 and 4D. Hmm. Careful. Be cautious.
About what?
I don't know. It looks like you're about to jump off of a 10-meter board of some kind, or a 10-meter platform, something.
Oh, sorry. 1 second. Hello? Oh. Hi,
There's many phones.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Never had somebody take a call and then not mute themselves like that. Fascinating.
Gosh,
Okay.
she's getting advice.
I'd love for you to pick me up.
You think these are also cries for help?
Sure.
No, I don't think there's such a thing as cry for help. I think it's bullshit.
Thank you. I love you too. Bye.
It's like a loud social signal.
Sorry.
Hey, Linda.
Hi.
Are you happy?
Am I happy?
Yeah, with the phone call.
Kind of.
You're lying. You're not being truthful. You weren't being truthful with him. And now you're going off on one of your pre-programmed, less than satisfying, less than truthful dances. Oh well.
Are you saying I'm not happy?
I think that you're not satisfied. You were looking forward to a steak dinner and somebody's taking you out for salad greens. But salad greens is all they know.
Yeah.
And so you're being like, huh?
Mm-hmm.
May I, Linda?
Please.
You're selling yourself way too cheaply.
Yeah. I,
But a salad with an herbivore is better than eating alone? Really? Seriously? Seriously, Linda? Linda, you don't have to say anything. I just really want you to hear yourself. When you're faced with the question, is eating with an herbivore better than dining alone? Just listen to yourself. Listen to your pelvis. Listen to your lower stomach. Just listen. You don't have to take action. Just listen. Practice being truthful with yourself.
Ah,
Yeah, that's the sound most people make when they're truthful with themselves. Oh.
no, it's not better than eating alone.
And yet, how many of us do it time and time and time and time and time again?
Yeah.
Puck could have said no to her date. That would have been the carnivore move to make.
Ah,
In a world of herbivores, it is very uncomfortable and dangerous to be a carnivore. You can handle one rabbit or two, but when 1,000 of them come at you, you're going down. Small bites.
yeah. I really hate salad.
Evidence to the contrary.
I really hate it. It's very cold and not satisfying.
Yes. And if you would practice setting people on fire a little bit more than you're doing, you might find a little bit of protein in that salad of yours. Yeah, don't burn your life down. Just see if you can walk around with a little bit more flame so that people who are interested in dancing with fire wielders can see you. Don't do the polite laughing thing. Practice being angry. Practice not being satisfied. Practice asking Puck, what would it take for you to cancel that date? Who would you have to be that would make it okay for Puck to have broken that date? You okay?
Yeah, I think she would, and I'm scared of that.
No. That being scared, that kind of scared is called a coping skill
Mhm.
to keep you from getting something that could lead you into some grand adventures that you claim to want.
I will be right back.
Death threat. Ah.
I experienced you as very resourced today. Like very polished and on it.
I'm talking to two guys who are using building blocks to spell out "I am angry." Your opinion. I don't know. Why should I place much importance in it?
Because anger is not the dimension that I'm nuancedly appreciating you on.
The evidence. I don't care what your assessment is. For me, the proof in the pudding is the way that those two are dancing,
Yeah.
not the way you two are dancing.
That'll show up for me later.
Theoretically. I don't understand, Alton. You could get through anger in a day if every word out of your mouth was dripping anger in some fashion for 24 hours. You don't have to do anything with it. It doesn't mean anything. You're just practicing every single thing you're saying has anger, enough so that the people you're with notice. You just tell everybody, hey, everybody, every word out of my mouth, every gesture of my being in the next 24 hours is going to be angry. Don't take it personally. If you get triggered, go handle it with somebody else. Don't handle it with me. I'm in a practice for 24 hours of being angry, of voicing, of demonstrativeness.
Yeah. I think it's already happened a lot.
What you say? The good thing is it will, if you do to practice, you will find yourself in a couple hours saying things that you would never have said 2 hours earlier. And it just keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And you be very clear with people. You're not asking anybody to be angry back at you. You're just practicing being angry. If they try to get angry with you, you pull a yellow card and say, I'm out of here. Say avocado, do something. This is not about you dancing with anger. This is not about you practicing getting into angry verbal fisticuffs. This is only about you expressing anger. If they can't handle that.
Yeah. I would honestly say that most of my experiences and most of my interactions with people are driven from anger. If I'm speaking, typically anger or grief.
Yep.
Oh, I guess there's a good chunk of gratitude.
Oh, it's Evan.
It's me.
Yay!
Record it.
Wow,
What's
that's
up?
the most excited I've seen you about somebody. You like
Evan's a
Evan?
good guy.
Is that genuine or is that like
How
giving
would
me a
you
middle
ever
finger
know?
with a smile?
Why do you care?
Hi, Evan.
So that I know what I'm receiving.
You don't. You never know. Dance with it as you want to dance with it. Evan's a really good guy. He's done some very difficult dancing in my world. Yeah, I like the way he dances sometimes.
I'll take that. Appreciate that. Alton, is this being like streamed to Facebook or is this just being recorded to? Cool. That's scary.
And
that's extra layers of uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm happy to share however much or little you want about it, but that's the context that would make a difference for me. It's,
You're saying they would make a difference to you to, for me to openly explore the stuff that's here with you on the Facebook stream.
It's like proof of work that we're like working that out for other people, and it's my personal vested interest. And to whatever extent you're comfortable with that.
I feel terrified is the truth. Because the stuff
I
that I'm like he's here to talk about with you is not just like vulnerable, but like it's it's like my real shadow shit that's not theoretical. It's like where's there actual pain in my life with people and
Right. I would
with
want to
you.
show this to all the people that would be impacted by it, like what's currently in my space.
Yeah, I can see that. I I've I'm in a
he's doing
man.
the same thing, Linda.
What thing?
He's playing small because he
Uh-huh.
thinks it's safe. And he doesn't think that they can take it and be reasonable. Same thing that you're doing.
Well, I think it's reasonable that he may think Alton might not meet him. That sounds reasonable.
Yeah, no, but why should that stop him from trying?
I feel confident in being met in whatever way, like that's like real for me and Alton here alone. The thing that's scary for me is this is like the real dark shit that we would be talking about in my life and like real people that I've hurt. And that being live streamed to Facebook, the fear is blacklisting. The fear is like exile.
Then go away.
That's what the fear is telling me to do.
Then good. Then obey it. Do obey your
I feel
fear.
I've never heard Craig ever say
right, right.
Is it possible to talk about without naming people?
Oh,
Or
great. Now we got
something
Linda's
like that?
brain is back on. Yay.
Linda,
We
it's
got
nice to meet you. I appreciate you trying to solve my
fear.
problems.
Well, I'm only interested if it's actually you can really touch it without I don't know, getting into the content or something about that. I'm not someone who really is into the life vlogging thing that Alton does myself, but whatever.
But whatever.
I don't know. I hate the fact that I can't actually have a conversation with Alton without it being recorded for his weird like project or whatever the fuck he's doing. But
Oh, Linda, come on.
Oh, Linda's talking about what she hates. Okay. That's permissioning.
You can't present Alton with some kind of coin that you say, I want the next 15 minutes not to be recorded, and I'll give you this. And he's going to go, okay. He does it all the time with people. He doesn't record with people all the time because they present him with coin that he values. All relationshiping is transactional. Period. End of statement.
I don't want to have to present Alton with a coin.
But you're doing it anyway. You're saying, I don't like this. And if he was a different kind of person, you're not liking it would be enough.
It's true.
But because he's the asshole that he is, because he doesn't value you the way that he should, he tells you to go fuck yourself.
I understand.
What would it be like to offer him coin?
I mean, again, I don't want to. And
that's fine.
I wouldn't get on a call with Alton. I'm on these calls because you're here, Cray, and something is happening for me. I'm getting something from it.
Something. Let's be vague. Yes. Vague and safe. Evan, are you taking notes? Vague is safe. Not being specific is safe.
It's not safe though for the goals that I still feel attached to with Alton, which is like reconciliation, and that's being something that in my world is going to require some nakedness.
Jesus, seriously, reconciliation.
Okay, well, are you going to go for it?
I feel having gone through the last 5 minutes, I feel comfortable going into it and owning my no. like if it comes up. Cray, I like your idea about offering coin. Like Alton, I would like to present the idea of stopping the stream so that we can have a relatively brief until the end of this thing conversation, not on Facebook. And in return, I would offer, if you want it still at the end of this, to do a conversation between the two of us live streamed that I would commit to openness in scary ways.
Right.
It just feels just like there's some like wanting to get on the same page about what we're talking about. That's the scary part, but
Nicely played, sir.
We have 6 minutes with Cray. I'm really confused what. Oh, no.
right. Fair enough.
I want to get complete on the stuff that has to do with you coming over like immediately, and now I'm like, this is like very
Fair point.
Yeah.
The outcome thing is immediate, and it's like the theoretic, like at that level of meta is like small, but unless you can update me about what it is that you want right now, my world, my showing up here is like there's a lot of shit here.
Sure. I mean, the baseline things for me is I want to have confidence that the people that I introduce you with that feel hurt in certain ways will feel like that you are making meaningful progress to make amends. Period.
Totally. In the
And that
abstract, that sounds
until-
simple and easy.
Yeah. Well, I think it is, and you make it complicated.
Okay. Well, help me make it simple. Like if it can be simple, and let's make it fucking
Give them
simple.
money.
Yeah, exactly. That's the bottom line.
I'm working on it. I'm working on having money to give people. I just had a second round interview with a thing today. That's cool.
So, but like they don't care. Like it's been so many years.
I know.
And
I know.
How do we?
That's why I say like I can't like I literally I've got $6 in my backpack.
Shut up. Shut up. What do they want? These people that you've done wrong to, what do they want in order to make amends happen?
Like even if the money was restored somehow instantly.
No, shut up. Evan. Evan,
Thanks also for trying to do my lift.
What do you believe these people want in order for them to say, okay, amends has been achieved?
Yeah, outside of the actual like debts being paid, I think that the deep down thing is feeling like they feel like hold on a second. In order to feel like, okay, I feel like amends have been made, that there's like some meaningful demonstration that the thing that has happened, that I see it, that I'm not running away from it, and that it's like there's evidence somehow that that's not going to happen again, and that I see how much of an impact that it's had, and that I'm still here.
Write it up. Go away. That sounds reasonable.
I don't know what the actions look like right now because I don't have the money.
Ask them.
Yeah,
that's fair. With Alton, I feel the least open to asking. I feel like he's wanting me to do the work. Alton, I've heard you literally say those words. Like you don't want to have to.
Okay, shut up, Evan. Alton, what's it going to take from Evan for you to have the experience that amends have been made vis-a-vis you and Evan?
Yeah, I wrote out a very specific template. Well, for that.
Do you have an answer for that you've sent him?
Yes.
Then you have it, Evan.
I'll go back
or you.
You could have spent the same energy writing out the many paragraphs you did, and then I just gave you.
Stop it. Stop hitting him with the
I missed
fish.
you, Craig. I missed you, Craig.
Evidently.
Yeah. Okay.
Evan, you have your list. Go away. Go away, get the list done. Or either that or send them saying, this one's impossible. I'm not getting a sex change because you think that's going to make amends. I'm not doing that. Come up with something else. It's just negotiations. What is so fucking complicated? It's just negotiations.
Me getting small gets complicated. I feel like
You
I don't
are
have
not
any
small.
ground to
You
stand on.
can't get.
I don't feel like I have
You
any ground to
shat
stand
on
on and say no.
people. You
Yeah.
shat on people. That's
Right.
their interpretation, and they don't want you around to shit on them again. That's their interpretation. You have to show something so that they're saying, "Oh, he's now has his bowels in control." All right, that's all it is. And if you don't show up in a way that they think you have your bowels under control, they're not going to let you into the sandbox. It's that simple. Suck it up. Make the amends. Don't do it from a small, whiny little place. And go after it one after another. Make amends with Alton, then pick the next one on the list, and the next one on the list, and the next one on the list.
Alton's the toughest one, actually. The other ones I'm in
Then
process
fine.
with.
Then fine.
But Alton, I'm my sense for you, Alton, is what I hear from actually what you're writing to me, is that it's the amends is not actually about me and you, it's about me and the community and not other people.
Then
and that ends up being a reflection.
Evan, fine. Get the rest of the people done then. If that's what you believe,
yeah.
Then go get it
I've been
done.
working on it. It's just been multiple years.
Shut
and I'm like,
up, shut up, shut up.
Right, but wait, Cray, you're stopping him from saying like what I would find to be valuable. Like if of course this other stuff is happening. This other stuff is happening regardless of this call.
Then
before
fine.
this call.
If you have
the stuff with Alton is the question mark.
Then send him a written document about what the questions are so that he can respond to it and treat this like it is as important as it is. Don't come in here and get all charming and lolly lolly la. Just take it straight, one piece at a time. Keep it simple. Keep it written.
yes.
Bye, Gray. Bye, Alton. Bye, Kyle. Bye,
Have
Evan.
fun.
Good to meet you, Linda.
Nice to meet you. Good luck.
Thank you. She wished me good luck. I'll take
She's being polite. Now you're being swarmy again. Stop being swarmy.
No.
Go away. You're done. You have work to do, Evan. You can have all this done by tomorrow. Get it done.
Hey, I'm just like constipated with like 3 things to say. Alton, I feel like we're like Cray's interrupting in some ways that I'm finding useful right now. But do you feel that me going off and going off and writing back to you based on things that you've written to me is the next step?
Well, I do, but I noticed the past several times.
Stop. I do. Period.
So we're married now. Cool.
That's him being swarmy again.
Thank you for noting that.
Saying smarmy?
Swarmy. SWARMY. I don't know.
That's smarmy?
Smarmy. Yes, probably smarmy. I got the W turned upside down so it looks like an M or the M.
What else do you have turned upside down, Craig?
My whole fucking life. Evan,
both,
stop.
brother.
This is
Oops.
I got the time bug called on me. So Evan, this is what you do. You procrastinate and you try to make it big and dramatic. Just get it done.
Right now.
Go away. I'm going. Can I go?
Yes, Cray. This is fucking.
Thanks,
this is
Craig.
great.
Goodbye. Command, where's my cue? That wasn't the command. There it goes.
Oh, what do we got?
All right, we'll take this off stream here.